Hello, how are you? Well, I'll tell you, I checked my YouTube today. It's called the Dash Channel Dashboard, and I noticed that I had still a warning on it, and I'm thinking, okay, I need to click on this warning thing, and wow, it says contents was removed, which I remember. Then putting, and now there's something else on it. You've received a warning. You can take a policy training, which will remove the warning after 90 days. That was done. Oh, now I know. That was done. The appeal was done March 28th, 2021. Unbelievable. Okay, that was what, almost 3 years ago? And because I have not taken this policy training, now the 90 days, I still have to do the 90 days after the policy training. So I did the policy training. There's several questions that I had to answer. I answered every one of them correct the first time. Every one of them. Didn't do any training or anything, but I answered them correctly. So I finally passed the test. Now it says, oh, your 90 days expired June 7th. That's after 3 years. So now kind of gives me an idea why maybe I'm shadow banned. Actually, I did not know that they were going to require a policy training for the past, 3 years? Where have I been? That is really, nobody ever talked about a policy training. Nobody. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. A policy training is like that a re-education seminar or a re-education camp that people have to go through. Wow, what does that remind you of? Yeah, that is interesting, isn't it, people? Yeah, policy training. They call it policy training. I don't know, what was that word that Biden used in his speech to address the nation? When was it, on Friday or Thursday? He used another word for abortion. So you don't have to use that word abortion anymore. So it makes it look more like a medical procedure or something. I don't remember what he said. If you remember it, put it on in the description box. It's like unbelievable. Oh, it's not any abortion anymore, right? No, it's something different. It's a word that, of course, is now giving you a neutral idea about what an abortion is. But it's going to remain the same thing, abortion. But anyways, I do actually want to talk about Biden's speech today, and in connection to this solar eclipse. There's another reason why we are going to get the wrath of God really, really badly on this country. And people still do not understand, oh, we're going to have a revival and we're going to have the rapture and all this, is a sign for all that. No, people are not speaking out and saying, no, this solar eclipse is a sign for the wrath of God coming. It's a bad omen. Nobody says that. And we need to speak out and say, hey, this is a bad omen. This is a sign that we are the ones that we are targeted. Okay, why are we targeted? Because we are the world empire. That's why. We're the world empire, and we are not stopping the wars. Yeah, I hope you saw Biden's address to the nation. It's supposed to be the Biden's address to the nation, which really ended up a what a rally, a rally call for the Democratic Party to fight to the bitter end. Now, who are they fighting? They're not fighting overseas. They're fighting their own people. And then he is saying, oh, we need to heal and we need to come together and heal the nation and not be split. And he put an absolute split into this country. He's rallying up the Democratic side, and he is stirring up the Republican side. The anger, he stirs up the anger by spreading lies, one lie after another. Well, the first lie, well, he spread a lot of lies about Trump, but really, I don't care too much. I mean, it's not nice, but, I'm more worried about the lies being spread by American people, by an American president, calling half of the nation really terrorists, domestic terrorists, because that's what he called the people, still calling the people involved in the 6th of January. He calls them terrorists. But see, he lumps all these people, of course, under the Republican and under the people that are going to vote for Trump. And how many people are those? Those are all the Republicans. So all the Republicans are attacked. He attacked all Republicans, and then he expects to win. How in the world is he going to win any of these Republicans? Well, maybe by threats. If he makes them all look like they're going to be domestic terrorists, and you know what they did with those domestic terrorists on January 6th, they locked them up. They are still out there to, get these people involved on January 6th. I just heard one incident about this lady that was killed, actually the only lady that was killed during this whole January 6th. The only real person that was killed was this lady, okay? And her mother was arrested for jaywalking or something. And I think when they did a demonstration. So they're still out to get people that are speaking out against what happened on January 6th. But you know what? The information is out there. The information is out there. People know what happened on January 6th. We have seen the cameras that were in the Capitol. And there was nothing going on. There was no violence or anything going on. And the few people that did violence, there are a few people, and they may have been infiltrators. So, no, we know what was going on. We know what's going on there. And I don't know if that's hopefully allowed to even talk about. But, hey, other people talk about it. Tucker Carlson talks about it all the time. If you guys want to know more, go to Tucker Carlson. He's got it right on, YouTube. Or other people, Redacted, for instance, they talk about it. They talk about what happened on January 6th. So, yeah, I'm not, talking about my own research. I'm talking about other people that were reporting on it. But, yeah, Biden was just totally all over, half of the people of the United States. And really, it's like drumming the war drums. That's what he was doing. You don't do that. You give people a choice. Everybody has the right to vote for whoever they want. And it's not like, oh, this is a war game or something. That's not what this is. We don't fight each other. Since when are we now in in a situation where the two parties in the United States are fighting each other. Unbelievable. And, it scares me to death, all the lies that Biden put up there. And I think especially that he actually talked so openly and so openly supported abortion. For me, that was scary, because in the process, he even put down the Supreme Court who was sitting in front of him. That was scary. And if we have a president like that who wants to tear this country apart, I would rather have people vote for Trump even though he is on the same side, and he is, people. He just does it a little bit nicer, okay? He works for the man of sin as well. I have said that so many times. He is part of the beast out of the earth, just like Biden. It's just Biden's personality is just so ruthless. Yeah, Trump lies too. Of course he lies. He will never put things, the things that he talks about, he will never bring them through. All of them. Some of them he may, like the border crisis, he will probably solve. Will he solve the war stuff? He is just as much on the side of Israel as Biden is. So no, he's not going to do anything different there. Will he do more like peace with Putin? Don't know. It will, but people right now, they may think, oh my goodness, that is a better option. Trump, no matter how horrible he is a better option than Biden. Biden is a little tyrant. He is an absolute tyrant. He is a liar. He is an angry dictator. Yeah, if you're on his side, he is okay. But boy, if you're not on his side, oh yeah, he wants you dead. He wants you locked up. And that's what he showed very clearly during this January 6th. Absolutely. That's what they did. They threw these people in jail. Peaceful demonstrators. And again, nobody does anything, right? Where are all the lawyers standing up? The lawyers who should support us. No, just like during the pandemic, nobody stood up. Oh no, they're going to wait again years and years and years down the road, and then maybe eventually they'll claim some or file some lawsuits or something. Maybe under Trump they will maybe do some lawsuits. Well, against whom? Biden, who's almost dead? Or who are they going to do against the CIA, who was maybe behind it? But anyways, people, I want to show you what's going on, because that is another reason why we are going to be hit very hard by this wrath of God. That's why people think, oh, we are a Christian nation. No, people, we are not a Christian nation. We have opened the door to the Antichrist, or the man of sin. And who is Biden bowing down to? The man of sin. And the man of sin could not pick a better person than Biden, because he will push everything. So Biden is Catholic, and for Biden, the Pope is the final authority. Now, I know that Trump, same thing. Final authority for Trump also is, of course, the man of sin. Okay? Because when he gets in because of the Pope. He's going to get in because of the Jesuits. And okay, now look at Kennedy. People are going to say, well, what about Kennedy? Well, what Kennedy's family is, right? Catholic. He has not said anything that he is any different than his family. He always shows his father and his uncle. And they are both what? Catholic. So who is he bowing down to? He is bowing to, most likely, I don't know 100% at this point, but to the Pope. Now his uncle said, was promising to the Protestants at the time that he will not bow down to the Pope. And maybe that's why he was killed, because he had his own agenda. But again, will Kennedy do that? I think Kennedy will probably not win it anyways. I don't know what kind of game he is playing. I really don't. But he is probably the most or let's say the best of the three. He probably is the best of the three, because he has probably still these, not probably, I know, these old traditional beliefs about the Democratic Party. That's what he is. He's this old-time Democrat. That's what he is. This Democrat that it's gone. That party, this old-time Democratic Party is gone, because we had too many infiltrators into the Democratic Party that totally destroyed it. See, if you open the door to Satan, he's going to destroy it. You open the door for abortion. Oh no, we're not going to stop with having an abortion up to 3 months. No, it's now up to 9 months. Okay? Well, it's not up to, it's been always up to 9 months. You open the door to Satan, and that's what you do when you open the door to total, abortion. That's what happens. Then you have all the liberals coming in. I mean, really, and I'm not talking about liberals like, let's say, 50 years ago. No, I'm talking about totally out of hand liberals. Maybe that's why we have the Libertarian Party, and really because the Democrats went just totally out of hand. I mean, absolutely crazy. Okay? There's no more restriction. And boy, oh boy, if you're not going along with all this nonsense, they're going to eliminate you. So, yeah, I think this is another reason why the wrath of God is coming on this country. It's not because we're living in Sodom and Gomorrah. I mean, that's not the only reason. We're living in Sodom and Gomorrah, people. Matter of fact, Sodom and Gomorrah, if you read, I just read about Sodom and Gomorrah in, the book of Cheshire. And they give a good description, a better description about Sodom and Gomorrah, what happens there, and why they're so corrupt. See, they were extremely corrupt with outsiders. I mean, they would kill outsiders that come, visitors to the city. They would not leave and not give them food. They would actually starve them to death. And matter of fact, at that point, Lot's daughter, I believe, was helping a person with food, a stranger, and I think they even wanted to kill her or something. But they were really ruthless with strangers. Now look what we are doing in our country. What is our government doing? If we let these people continue that we're having right now, what are they going to do with their own people? Well, okay, grant you that these people are really not Catholic, right? They're Protestant, or at least they look Protestant. They're true believers. No, they're not true believers, but they're Protestants. And the war at the Catholic Church is still going towards or against the Protestants. And you can see that. This is the wrath coming out against Protestants that he is unleashing. You understand that? It's part of papacy. And right now, papacy has a man there in charge, a Catholic, who is exactly unleashing the Pope's anger that the popes had since Abraham Lincoln. Read again that book, 50 Years in the Roman Church by Charles Chiniquy. You can get it, I think, for free on archive.com, I believe. Read it. It's unbelievable. And I'm not kidding. But this is what we're getting. We're bringing in immigrants that are Catholic, most likely, okay? And the other ones we're going to try to eliminate, because they will not bow down to the government. Because see, this is the first place that people need to bow down to. This is the old order, people. Okay? The order under Pope, under papacy, in Europe. Go back. It's first you bow down to the government, everybody. And the government bows down, of course, to the Pope. Of course, the people bow down to the Pope too, through the government. But this is the hierarchy that they want to again establish. And see, the United States was different. And that's why the Pope didn't like it. Because people didn't bow down. Actually, they didn't bow down to the government, and they didn't bow down to the Pope. And what did Biden do? Oh, how many times did he bring up this word democracy? Do people still know what democracy is? Yes, I know we don't have a democracy. We have a federal constitution. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, constitution. I understand that, people. I understand it. But people don't even know what democracy is. I mean, this is the first place that people should start. Democracy is not, we're going to bow down to, the government. That's not what a democracy is. I don't care if it's democracy or federal, constitution. I understand there's a difference. But when you don't know about what it is that Biden constantly is spitting out, and then he wants you to really bow down to the government, which he did. I mean, all through the pandemic, that's what he wanted. He wanted people to bow down to the government. And he forced that. He forced it over and over, and he continues to do that. Boy, oh boy, if you do not bow down to the government, and that's exactly against our Constitution. Exactly, and I think people don't know. People don't understand. Then he screams, oh, you are attacking our democracy. It's like unbelievable. The nonsense this guy, and it's not even nonsense anymore. I think it is blatant corruption. Blatant corruption, people. What he spit out, and I'll guarantee you these Democrats, right? I mean, did they not hear? I mean, Kamala Harris standing up every 5 seconds and clapping, and everybody, the Democrats that were there to clap, oh my goodness, they went up, got up and clap, 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 clap. They all supported it. Now, I know I looked in the place and most people didn't really, I think most people didn't stand up and clap. I think, and unfortunately, people, I looked at our new Speaker of the House, of course, which is a Republican, Johnson, I think, and sometimes he did clap, not very often, but for instance, he clapped for the war, which I thought was terrible, absolutely terrible. And yes, traditionally, Republicans are warmongers. And not right now, it's just we have more warmonger amongst the Democrats than the Republicans. But it doesn't matter. Now we have both parties going against and fighting, wars. So yeah, there's something, there went something wrong. Why? It's unbelievable. And then you really think that this solar eclipse is not a warning from God? I mean, that is a total warning. Our government is so corrupt, so evil. I mean, they're evil. And I'll tell you right now, Trump is not too far away. He may speak a little bit different. I don't know how he speaks. I have not listened to Trump, any of his rallies or speeches or anything. Well, some of them. And all he does is really promises empty things that most of them he cannot fulfill, and he will not fulfill. Okay, I know that. Some of them he will, I think, like for instance, maybe the border crisis, the immigration crisis, he may fix, because they're using that. You understand? They're using this immigration crisis really for Trump to score. That's what I think. This immigration crisis is really being pumped up so Trump can score points. Because Biden is totally losing it. Totally losing it at this point. But yeah, I believe that Trump most likely will win. I think they're setting him up. The shadow government, the people truly behind everything, like the man of sin, okay? That person behind it. Of course, they're saying, oh, there's the elite behind it, right? The people with the money, the lobbies, right? They will make sure that Trump is going to win. But it is more. It is the man of sin, Babylon the Great, is going to make sure that Trump is going to win this time. See, they have to do something not to create an out war, or it's not. It's a civil war. It's a civil war. They will not allow an outraged civil war, because that will not be good for their warmongering purposes. They need to have at least the people kind of together so they can continue to war against Putin or get money for Israel. They're doing the same thing. Biden is doing the same thing there. He is pretending like he's going to help Gaza. But how long has it been going on and he has not helped? He could have helped from the beginning, and he didn't do it. And now they almost, leveled Gaza, and now he's saying, oh yeah, we're going to send some help in. People. And then he is continuing to say, oh yeah, it's because Hamas was was using innocent people, to protect them. No, Hamas did not use innocent people to hide behind, or they hid under hospitals and schools and stuff like that. No, don't give me that. No, I don't think so. I just don't believe that. But they used it, right? They used it. Oh, we're going to have to destroy Hamas. And believe me, there probably was no Hamas. Who knows who really created that day? When is it? October something, 7th or something like that? Who knows who created that? They don't know that. Was it another red flag from the CIA, planned by the CIA? How do you know it was not planned by the CIA? I'm just putting it out there. I don't know. Okay? This is like a hypothesis, a theory. Okay? This is just a theory. I don't know. I don't have any proof, but Somebody should be checking it out. That's what I think. Somebody should be going in there and checking it out. Who is really behind this October 7th? Who really was behind it? And they don't check it out, maybe 20 years from now. How long did it take? 22 years, right? 21 years, 23 years now, almost 22 years. 9/11. They're going to wait just that long until if they even going to do it. Okay? If there's even somebody daring to check it out. Don't know. We'll see. But people, the wrath of God is coming upon us. It is coming fast. It's coming upon us, people. And we should warn the United States. And there is no getting away. All these people that are prepping right now, oh my goodness. There's nothing, you cannot prep for what's coming. Really. I know I watched some of these prepper things, and there was a time when I actually did prep too. And I'm thinking, no, because I know that the catastrophic events will happen after the rapture, and I will be gone. There's no doubt. Okay, I have done enough research in the Bible that no, I will not be here for the wrath of God. Because it's not tribulation, it's wrath. God is going to destroy this system, this world system. It's a very different thing than tribulation, and people don't want to hear that. People do not want to hear that. And what's coming, you cannot prepare. I mean, yeah, you can maybe prepare for the physical, but what if not what if, but when they require the mark of the beast from you, because there is going to be control, there is going to be a political control, there's going to be governance. The government is still there. Matter of fact, the government is in far more control than anything. They will control the whole money. Okay? It's like what they're talking about, digital currency. Oh, some people say, oh no, even Trump saying that, no, I'm not going to allow digital currency. But I think he already assigned stuff when he was the president about the digital currency. So no, he's not going to stop that either. So they can scream all they want. They're not going to stop it, because when it crashes, it crashes. And then they have to put something in place, and it's going to be a digital currency. So then everything's going to be in the hand of a tyrant government. A tyrant government. That's what it is. So people, yeah, if you think you're going to make it, no. Well, if you're not a Christian and you don't mind taking the mark of the beast, then maybe if you prepared, you can do it. Absolutely. But other than that, you better make sure you're in the rapture. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. I'm coming to an end, people. Watch my videos if you're new. Yep, that's why I'm sure I was shadow banned. Now I'm going to have to wait until June 7th. June 7th. Interesting. Yep. Yeah, March 9th is when I completed the training. And 90 days after that, I guess it's June 7th. All right, people, let the Holy Spirit guide you. You know what? God is in control, and he is not going to be stopped.